Says we're live. I'm not sure if we're live yet, but it says we're live. Welcome to the Motley Croc Show. This is my post-Halloween show. So we had a Halloween party Saturday. I did a little run around today, and then we have a Halloween show, post-Halloween show right now. We'll just talk to some people. So if anybody wants to come on, I'm live. We can have a little bit of fun. This is just because I'm here and we want to talk. I'm waiting for people to kind of come in a little bit and check things out. So I hope my microphone's working. I hope everybody's can hear me. And so I'm kind of really excited about that post Halloween. I don't have a whole lot to talk about. Thank you. Great. Hey, Katie. And so we just came in. There was a whole bunch of kids. I was really shocked. I wasn't sure if we were going to have that many, but we did. We ended up having a really decent amount. Jay, our neighbor, said he gave about 65 pieces of candy away, so it was kind of good. You know, you often wonder what kind of stuff goes on and happens out there. You know, it's like, you know, with all the media and stuff happening right now in the world with, people being scared to go around and do stuff, whatever the case is. But let's see here. I sent out a couple things and we're going to see what we got here. Boop. You can like that and go to here and let's see who's out doing stuff. Let's see what we got. Oof. Bring that down a little bit so we can talk. Yeah. Anyway, so who's all here? Reach out and get onto the comments for me so I can see that you're here and we'll talk. Anybody have any questions or how was Halloween for you guys? I know there's probably still a lot of people out there right now. I'm not going to do a super long show unless we get into something really good, but I did want to reach out because Saturday was a party. Sunday tonight was Halloween, and we really wanted to cater to some of the kids and stuff that were coming. One of the good things that I really enjoy about our neighborhood is there's now more people kind of getting into it and decorating a little bit more, and there's a lot more going on. So I think that's a really, really valuable thing in this neighborhood to kind of get the community back together, which is kind of fun. So I do a really spooky house, and I get a lot of stuff. And what's up, Joseph? How you doing, man? It's good to see you, bro. Just got done trick or treating. Fucking A. You know what? That reminds me. Hang on a second here. Let me do something real fast. Yeah, trick or treating was probably good. I would have loved to have gone out with. Let's see here. Whoop. Copy. Boom. I would have loved to have gone out with you, Ricky. Hands down. There we go. I'll give you something here, Ricky. Whoop. But anyways, yeah, we were out there, and I can't believe she said I can't believe it's almost over. That's Katie. Yeah, I know it's crazy. I, I'm a little lost for words, man. I was really impressed. There was a whole bunch of kids and families and parents were dressing up with their kids, and last year was so stone cold for Halloween, and there wasn't really many people out there. And Slaughters went to bed yesterday. I've actually been on a couple shows with Slaughters this week, and today was one of those days, man. I just hung out with the neighborhood, relaxed a little bit. What's up, man? Sue. So he said he saber battle like never before. My arms, hand, butt, thighs hurt from getting smacked by lightsabers. Yeah, I bet it does, buddy. Dan, that's awesome, man. I saw Drew's lightsaber. It was pretty cool. It was green too. He came by and brought it by. It was pretty awesome. And yeah, it is definitely almost over. It really does kind of bums me out too. What's up, Brian? How you living, man? I hope you had a good Halloween tonight. I hope all was good in the hood, dude. It would be kind of nice to. I bet his neighborhood's probably really good. It's a pretty tight knit neighborhood over there, so I bet it's pretty nice. You probably had probably a bunch of people doing that, huh? Let's see here. Let me do this here. I'll send you something, Brian, if you're interested. Yeah, I'm sure your place is pretty awesome actually with that kind of stuff. Let's see here, so you guys can see what Dan said. So Dan works with us out there at the zoo, and I think he said he was Anakin Skywalker. Man, he said he got hit in the face. I heard that did your lightsaber get broken, Dan? Was it broken? Said he got hit in the face. That's pretty awesome. Not. It's pretty funny. Yeah, man. So that's pretty good. Dan got hit in the face. So that's some exciting stuff from Epicness. Star Wars Epic. That's pretty awesome here. I'm trying to make sure I catch up. There's some comments coming in. Want to make sure I would do something. Joseph, what are you doing tonight, man? Are you out there doing some crazy shit, or you done for the night, or what's up? I mean, how's that going? Oh, we got a new comment. Let's see what we got. What's up, Grunwald? I love it, buddy. Happy Halloween, dude. How was your neighborhood? Did people come in and do some trick-or-treating around Croctown, the little crocodile corner? I hope so. I hope so, man. It's good to see you, Fred. That's awesome. Oh, hold on. I got a guest here. I got one of my home. Boom. What's up, dude?
What up?
Man, Ricky fucking Martin, man. I love it. It's good to see you. How was Halloween in your neighborhood?
Good. Just went took the kids out for a little bit. And then they got burnt out, so now we're back home.
That's awesome. I see you're dressed like a thug as usual.
Yep.
I love it, man. This is awesome. Katie said, "Congratulations, Wendy, on your future grandson." Yeah, that's really cool. That's awesome. I'm assuming that means there's some blue hearts. So Flavio's sister, her daughter, is going to have a baby. So, and I believe the blue hearts mean little boy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what it is. That's awesome. Now I'm done for the night. Knocked out 2 crackheads last night, so I'm taking it easy. What's up, Wendy? Oh, you're welcome. That's so cool. We're just trying to keep up with everything. Yeah, Flavio and I were up, and we took an animal up to St. Augustine today to a place up there. And you know, I'm not going to throw names out, but it was pretty cool. So we spent a little time bullshitting a day and talking. It was pretty awesome, and we both wanted to get back for trick or treating because I guess you know Flavio's neighborhood. Everybody sits out and barbecues, and he said he cooks hot dogs for the adults while the kids trick or treat. Hey, Ricky,
I got the Jello shot.
all you had was a Jello shot.
Yeah, some neighborhood was handing them out to adults. So I was like, let me get 2 of those motherfuckers.
That's awesome. What are you doing now? Taking care of the snakes? Everybody knows you as the snake whisperer.
Yeah, I'm in there right now checking on it, giving
Show us some stuff. Show us some scary snakes for Halloween, Ricky. They're waiting for it, brother.
All right, let me
widen you up a little bit here so people can look. See what we got here.
A lot of these are assholes, but
all right, I brought the screen up a little bit so that way it's a little bit bigger so everybody can kind of see you.
I can flip the camera.
It's all right. You should be able to. No, don't like, you know, don't stick your face in there with it. I mean, I know you probably would, Ricky. I don't put it
back. But I'll just turn my phone around. I got right here this little Eastern Diamond.
Joseph, hey Joseph, man, he wants you to show him your ball pythons, Rick. Oh, look at that! Yeah, the Eastern Diamondback. That's cool.
Yeah, these ones are all ball pythons.
Are they seriously? What do you know? What kind of are they for feeding the cobras?
No, I like to keep some around for the kids to be able to hold.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. You know, that's come to talk about that. Let's talk about that. You know, man, like we could go do any kind of event, right? You could take a beautiful anaconda out. You could take a king cobra. Everybody goes, do you have any ball pythons?
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Spaulding is going to make an appearance, Katie, soon. We're going to work that out. He's going to come on as Captain Spaulding. Rick speaks Guyanese. That's awesome, bro. You guys have like this awesome relationship, dude. That's Joseph. Here, yeah. I'll put it up for you. Boom. Yeah, the Croc father.
Yeah, I actually met that dude on Craigslist. He posted a monitor for sale, and I was like, "Yo, you got anything you want to trade?" And he was like, "Maybe, just no ball pythons, bearded dragon." Then I was like, "What? We just become best friends?"
That's awesome. No ball pythons. We just become best friends. I love that, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, but everybody always asks for them. So, you know, I always keep a couple, you know, I keep a couple, you know, just like leucistics or something bright just because people want to see them. And, you know, I mean, I'm not against ball pythons. I'm not going to trash anybody for what they like, man, because people think that I'm crazy because I like and have crocodiles. Like, why would you want something that could eat you? And I'm like, well, why would you want a cat? You work for it. It shits in your house, puts its butthole all over your fucking countertops when it wants to. You know what I mean? I mean, you know, so everybody, you can't be too mean to people. I'm still a little slaughtersy, so I'm gonna have a little bit of that twang to me tonight. You know, man, you've been doing it. I've been doing it all week, so I'm trying to come out of that now. But yeah, at the end of the day, dude, like it's just, you know, I gotta have them around. I'm just it's a necessary evil.
Well, I was complaining to my grandpa about how I want to work with like big alligators or whatever. And he goes, "That's not the size of your gator, Rick. It's how you use it."
Your grandpa's awesome, man. For those of you that don't know, Ricky Martin's grandfather was actually a educator and trainer and wrestler for St. Augustine Alligator Farm. What year was that, buddy?
In like the 70s, I think like 75 or something.
And I think he sleeps in a time capsule because he showed me a picture in 1975 of his grandfather and then one a couple years ago, and he looks the fucking same. Like that guy never changed a bit. It's rad.
Yeah, now he's 74, still doing his shows and all.
Oh yeah, Yeah, didn't you say he got popped one time by a snake? Some sort of a venomous snake?
Yeah, he has this timber rattler that he got tagged by.
How do you feel about that?
I think he was just more embarrassed because he did 40 years. It was his first time getting hit by anything venomous.
Well, it happens, dude. I mean, if you're gonna mess around with fire, one time you can get burned. I mean, it's it's your passion, dude.
Yeah.
Look how
So
many times we've been bit by our skateboards. Let's not lie about that. I've been bit more by a skateboard than I have any snake.
yeah, for sure.
And they bite in areas you don't want to be bit in.
Yeah,
Fred said, okay. Fred Grunwald said, okay, I have a few ball pythons too. Oh my God, that's awesome. Hope you're high, Fred. I hope you're smoking a good one, enjoying your Halloween tonight, man.
I got this little bit staring at me right here.
All right, so what is this one?
A little monocle cobra.
Oh, I can see it hooded up a little bit. It's probably hard for some people. Oh, yeah, look at that little monocle. Aren't they? I'll tell you what, man. Monocles are a little snippy, aren't they? Sometimes, dude. Most of the time, always.
Yeah, this one's real nasty. I just had her on the floor, like trying to get some pictures. And there was a hook next to her, and she just started biting the hook out of nowhere.
Yeah. Fred, let me know when you're ready for some Salvador. You see that, Fred? I'm gonna put this up for you. Joseph, man, he's talking about it. When you're ready. Kimberly Ann said they're a psycho cobra. She knows why, because she tried to mess with the monocle that we had that was an albino and it didn't go so well for her. She didn't get bit, thank God. That thing decided he was leaving the enclosure. He gave no fucks, Ricky. The glass opened and he said, I'm out. Man, bitch shot out there like white lightning, dude. It was no joke.
That shit's scary.
I know, and it took me and Andrew to get that thing back into a tub. It was ridiculous. And that thing ran, and it looked set down the hall and saw Andrew, like, fuck you, and it shot down the hallway at him, and then looked back and saw me, and it was going to kill one of us to get out of that room. I'll tell you what.
Bro, the first time I went to do my hours, I had a boom slang shoot out at my face. I almost shit my pants.
No good, dude. A boom slang. How badass is that?
Yeah. I was on the way to my mentor's house. I was listening to that story about the scientist that got bit.
Right.
Started bleeding out of his eyes and shit.
Yeah.
My mentor's house. I was like, I don't know if I want to fuck with that thing. And then he's like, it's not going to bite you, but it is going to fly out of the cage. And I was like, yeah, whatever. That motherfucker shot up my arm. I almost hit myself.
You know, I think that's so funny because tell me this is true, man. Like, we all know most of us know what boom slangs look like. If you don't, look it up. That snake could be shit brown, missing an eyeball, and no scales, but you'd want it because the name is boom slang.
Yeah, they have a cool name. And
right? If ball pythons were called boom slangs, everybody would want one.
Yeah. But the name boom slang, it just translates to tree snake.
Yeah, it's not so cool. It's kind of like South Florida, like Boca Raton is just the rat's mouth, but it's like the richest area. Yeah, we live in the rat's mouth on Coconut Bay, in the rat's mouth. It's funny, man. Boom slang, tree snake. I like the Mangshans, dude. I think they're a really cool looking snake. I've always been interested in how they just look like natural moss.
Yeah, those are real cool. I've never seen one in person. I've just seen pictures, but
wait till you see one in person, man. They're beautiful. I was up with Terry Phillip at Reptile Gardens, and he's got a wicked collection of venomous snakes.
Yeah,
and he got a pair of boom slangs that killed their owner, and these things are huge, bro, huge, and they're beautiful, and they're just they look like vines with all this moss. They're just really a cool looking animal, and who has them? Tom Crutchfield has some really cool looking ones.
Yeah, I think he has a real big one too.
He does, and they're big. I mean, I wouldn't want to be bit by one and be like electrocuting. I mean, I think it's pretty deadly snake to be bit by.
Yeah.
Like a Colette or an inland taipan. You got a really beautiful Croc monitor, didn't you? From
Joe. I got him from Joe.
Yeah.
He's outside though. Actually, got to catch him up later to bring him inside since it's getting colder.
Yeah, you're gonna give him just a little heat, or are you just gonna bring him in?
I'm gonna work on putting some heat outside, but I'm gonna just bring him in for now.
How's his temperament been? I see you doing stuff where you're like petting him and stuff.
He has his days when he's like chilling and let me pet him, and then other days he's like, "Don't go near me."
Isn't that crazy? Mine's like that too, man.
Yeah.
Like sometimes he looks like he pretends like he's gonna eat the rat.
Yeah.
And then he runs around the rat real quick and tries to get me. It's pretty cool. We have a little game. I'm like, Yeah, they're smart. I'm really impressed with them. I've worked with a lot of different species of animals in my existence as in private as well as professional career, and Croc monitors have always really intrigued me, man. Like always, they're like a really really cool thing.
Yeah, they're super smart too.
Yeah, very much. I've always been into the way they study you. And I remember I've had them for a lot of years, dude. And I remember I think the first one I had was in like 92, 93, and I didn't know a damn thing about them. Obviously, you don't. And they were coming in. There was very few guys that knew about a lot about that stuff. Tom Crutchfield's got a lot of information on Croc monitors. He's awesome with them. And so him and I've had some really good conversations about training and so on and so forth. And so, but I remember them and they were just rad, dude. And I just always intrigued, like, this thing wants to kill me, bro. Like, it straight up is mad because they really weren't bred back then. They were imported. So, the things we used to do. But I've always been intrigued with them. So when I saw yours, I was like, yeah, dude, that's like the coolest monitor to have on the planet.
Yeah, and their tails are no joke either.
Oh, I know. It's funny because even the big black throats, they swing that tail and it's like a junior baseball bat. It's like thump, and then they slowly drag it back around. But if you get hit with it, it sucks. But I was talking with Michael Cole, and he was talking about out there where they've seen the Croc monitors hunt, and it's like a snake, man. And there's this video of this one. He's got his tail wrapped around the tree, and he's like holding with his back legs, and he like lunges out, releases with his back legs, grabs this bird, and his tail pulled him back to the tree like a snake. Bro, it was the most impressive video, dude.
That's badass,
dude. I didn't even know they did that. I didn't know they used it like that. Nice. So I learned that too, because in captivity they're like, oh, I'll come down my ramp with the ladder and the yelling. Most of the guys keep now they have an elevator in there for them. They've got cable TV. So when you see something in the wild like that, bro, you're like blown away.
Yeah,
blown away. Like they're just really cool. So, well, I've been watching a lot of your stuff, Ricky. It's kind of cool that what you're doing there. So
I have to hop off for a second. I'm getting a phone call on it.
You go ahead, man. You can hop off. I'll move you. I'll move you from the stream. We'll let him do his phone call real quick, and we'll keep him off the stream. But he has some really neat things, and people always look at Ricky's stuff and try to see what he's got going on. So I just wanted to make sure we talk to him, and let's see here. We'll move him out there. So if he wants to come back in, yeah, Psycho Cobra, and yeah, Joseph, I really want to see some of your Croc monitors for sure. And I'm looking for another one, I think, and I think I'm going to focus more on a couple isolated more species that I'm like interested in that really mean something to me. So, with all the bans and things going on right now, it's just like, you never know what they're going to pick next time. And, parakeets are going to be dangerous because they can bite children's fingers. I mean, some of the things are getting like over the top. I've noticed, for those of you that don't know, if you have an ornate monitor lizard, it's classified now basically as a Nile. Now, we all knew the Nile was going to go there. That's great, bro. I'm going to check it out, Joe. That's awesome. The Niles now were always on the CSP, so we knew they were going to be a prohibited species because they were on the ROC and then CSP, conditional species, which is no longer in existence. It's prohibited. So for us that are do it or do education or actually work with them, take them to events and teach people about what their damage can be to the ecosystem in the United States versus where they're native to, yada yada yada. So there's a lot to it, but there are some really good animals out there that I'm just really interested in, and I just want to make sure that we get what we need before they do something crazy. You know what I'm talking about. And now, yes, Kimberly, you're right about that. Like there's the tegus and stuff. I'm bringing Ricky back on, but yes, Kimberly, the tegus are prohibited now in Alabama. That's interesting. I didn't know that. I mean, I saw that, but I didn't know it finally went through. My vet grandfather me, and thankfully, yep. And remember that, guys, vets, they trump everything. So at the end of the day, they can pretty much do whatever. But I think banning animals is a and I don't want to get into too much of that topic, because you could say something and hey Dawn, how you doing? You could say something and then they could use something back against me, because you can make a reference like, wow, you'll ban a tiger but not a lion, and a tiger can hurt you just as bad. So I mean, some of the stuff I understand, but I don't know. What's your take on that? I mean, Ricky, I've been out with you a few times catching pythons. I mean, did you really, happy Halloween? Did you really think that it's that bad out there? I mean, I saw a lot of other wildlife too. I didn't see what I thought, what they paint. I didn't see.
Definitely portrayed a lot worse on the media than it is in real life. Like, yeah, it's a problem, but the news, fucking stupid shows make it look like way worse. Yeah.
Yeah, and we're like broken records, man. You've heard this before, and I know you've been in some of the meetings Ricky has at least. And so here's the deal: the whole idea of demonizing a snake or a monitor lizard or a crocodile, whatever, is a lot easier than a bird or a fuzzy kitty cat or a rodent of some sort. Now we have rodents that are down there, but when you think of a snake, and there was a time when people were placing snakes out there to look cool and catch a big one. One that's like 400 pounds, Ricky, just ate someone's cattle that in their garage, and then they brought it out like they did that. Israel, what's up, homie? And they laid it out there like they caught it, and then people get scared, like, my God, that could eat my kids. Yeah, where do you think people are going to donate money to, man? They're going to donate to places like that want to stop it. So,
Exactly.
I mean, you're doing good with what you do. Would you want them coming in and tell them you can't have your snakes anymore or your croc monitor? Man, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I got like everyone else on this for everyone else is fucked up.
Yeah, Joseph, I put it up for those of you that can't see it. It says the shit that gets staged for social media likes is probably some of the most damaging portrayal of the situation in the Glades. I agree 100,000,000,000%. And these guys are doing this for money. And a lot of that crap would stop if YouTube wasn't out there monetizing idiocracy.
Exactly.
I mean, being an idiot like that is just, I don't do it, man. Like you don't, once you open those doors, man, like I don't know, man. I just think it's, it just makes us all look stupid. I'll tell you something, and I won't use a name that really did not help us at all. What's up, dude? How you doing, David Z? Good to see you. Happy Halloween, brother. There was a gentleman that keeps crocodiles in the state of Florida, and he posted a picture of one of them digging under his fence. And then said, now listen, I'm not saying that crocodiles and alligators don't dig. Anybody that understands them know that they dig. I mean, come on. But putting that out there is like giving the enemy, rights activists, fear mongers, people who are scared of everything and start all those kind of things. So, I mean, all right, pulling up to the Halloween massacre. You'll have a great night. Well, you have a good Halloween too, Kim. Be careful out there. Have a good Halloween too. If Jake's watching with you, whatever you guys are together or not, let us know. Be safe. When he posted that, like everybody's like, look, and then it was like, hey, should we start doing skirting for class 1 and 2 crocodilians? Skirting, and skirting. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, skirting is a 3-foot wall underground of chain or concrete or whatever before you put the dirt before you mount the fence. So how it costs that would be to somebody when it's not necessary because they're not getting out like that. Okay, there's no crocodiles taking over America, eating America. There's none of that going on. And there's been crocodiles and stuff like that in the state of Florida for many years. Yes, there are caimans here that are loose, and that's just because there was a couple idiots throwing them loose down there when they were importing them in or trying to let them go in the wild out there to breed so they could collect for sale. That's just human error. I mean, you know what I mean, Ricky. Now you talk. What do you think about it? I mean, you've been dealing with it a lot. You've learned a lot out there. What do you think?
That kind of spaced.
What's that?
That I kind of spaced off. Sorry.
No, I do too. I space out too because usually I'm smoking high as a kite when I'm on the show, and I'm like, yeah, what did he say? What did Ricky just say? Oh yeah, yeah. But no, I'm saying with the Crocs and stuff. Like, you've been out there, so I mean, what do you think about all that banning of animals and shutting it down? Don't you think regulation is better than prohibition?
Yeah, I mean, we do everything we're supposed to do. We have escape-proof rooms, escape-proof cages, and we do it for educational. It's not like we just have a bunch of giant snakes for pets.
Sure.
And yeah, like we're doing all our shit how we're supposed to do it, but since a couple people did it wrong, we're getting our shit taken.
Yeah, I totally agree.
They didn't renew my shit.
Let's see. He said they're maintaining our living waterways. Yeah, that's what they're doing. That's it. They're maintaining our living waterways. It's funny because it's taking something away from somebody else. Just because somebody goes and buys a high-end crotch rocket motorcycle, right, and goes out on the interstate and does 200 miles an hour and cuts through a family in a minivan, does that mean everybody who has ones like that? No. So it should be like a case by case, and I'm sure you've heard Nate and I talk about it before. It should always be a case by case scenario where, hey, this guy's fucking up. I'm going to call Ricky. Ricky, can you come on this property? We have a bunch of cobras. This guy was hiding and it's dangerous. There's a lot of problems, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, David, he did. There was someone that lost him for a few days, but it was close by. He's referencing the one cobra that escaped in Orange County over there, Orlando area.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But the snake never really went far. It was a rainstorm and it slid out or whatever like that. So that was one of those things. But Ricky, you've never had a venomous snake get out.
No.
And to my knowledge, I could be wrong, but we were researching it the other day. There's never in state of Florida, now recorded. I'm going to say the word recorded. There's never been a recorded case where a venomous snake got out from someone like Ricky, a keeper, and killed a member of the general public. Let me rephrase that so you understand. It never escaped from the owner and killed someone who didn't own it. That's never happened that we know of on record. Has a venomous snake killed its owner or one of its workers? Sure, but it's never escaped and killed a member of the general public. So a lot of times, it was years ago, the lady found it in her dryer. No, it was underneath the washing machine, the dryer inside the garage next door. Correct. Not sure if she's the one that found it. I think it was one of the people looking for it, but I think you're right. So like, it just, I don't know, it just manifests into too many big problems and things like that where they do stuff. Problem is, this is Joe again. Problem is the ones making the rules and restrictions are not properly educated or experienced with the animals that their inspector are trying to regulate. Yeah, you're right. Case in point. So we've taken, for large constrictors and prohibited species like green iguanas and tegus, we've taken up the law of where you have to have the brick wall. Well, what happened was they just went on HomeDepot.com and said 8-inch bricks. But that's like saying a 2x4 is a real 2x4. It's not. So an 8-inch brick is not it's like 7 3/4. So everybody built these and they're like, not big enough. It said 8-inch bricks. So they had to go out and stucco over them to make them even. That, man, like, this was done so quick. And so it wasn't very organic. It didn't have time to grow. And so it was stupid. I mean, stupid. So like I said, in Ricky's case, being a venomous keeper, the venomous guys have never lost a snake that's on record that's killed a member of the general public in the state of Florida. Now, if I'm wrong on that, we can't find the evidence to state otherwise, but please, if you find it, it's going to be very limited because we looked and we couldn't find it. So we don't have any populations of crocodiles living out there and all that kind of stuff either, because when it gets cold up here, they would die.
Yeah, I saw someone post on that Nextdoor app. They posted a picture of an alligator in the lake. Oh, there's a crocodile here.
A crocodile, yeah. Well, we have a big. You seen that when your buddies came up to where I work and they saw me in there with the croc. There's not them, but particular people come in. I would say, "Hey, that's a big gator."
Yeah.
Like, how could you look at that and even to the untrained eye, dude? It's like the difference between a coral snake and a ball python. Like, clearly, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude.
And people call like tegus and they'll go like Komodo dragon.
Like Komodo dragon. Are you serious? I like when people call them tegus.
Yeah. I don't know. That's just how I always call it.
I love it. He's like a tegu. What's up, Michael? How you doing, bro? Yeah, I remember watching something where they said it's because someone flushed something down the toilet. Man, there's so many theories. What was it?
Like the Guardians of the Glades.
That's right. When you flush a tegu down the toilet, that's what happens. Hundreds of millions of them. Kind of like you get them wet like a gremlin and they're everywhere, bro. That's just so fucked up, man. That makes you want to laugh. God. My neighbors call my Croc Monitors Komodos. Yeah, well, those big Croc Monitors look like Komodos, man. They're some monsters. But see, people are dumb, man. They're I know someone's gonna be like, well, you shouldn't say that just because they're ignorant to what you're talking about. Yeah, because they'll make a comment before they even ask a question. Right? Like, how many so I used to take Kong out when he was when he was a little bit smaller, because now he's so goddamn big, just moving him around is hurting my back, right? Kong's my alligator snapping turtle, and I lay him and he would get calmed down. I put him down on this table and he would just kind of chill there, dude, Every now and then I'd mist him down a little bit and keep him pretty and shiny looking. And I would take him out and rotate him about, every 10 to 15 minutes. I'd say, oh, well, next up we'll have the big turtle if you want to come back. This was when I was out at the resort, the Gaylord Palms, and I would take him with me. But more than 10 occasions, someone's come up and they're like walking, I go, huh, is it dead? So finally I started saying, yes, My nephew and I beat it to death in a parking lot so you could get close to it before we brought it in. Because I mean, what do you say? Like what do you say?
Yeah,
David Zeke says, "Hello, Fred."
on the nose.
But you know what I mean, right? You know what I'm saying, right? Is it dead?
Like they think they got to be moving around. They're going to move around at like all times.
So Ricky's got this cool trick that he does, and I'll just it's gonna be one of the show hacks where he pretends he's getting a snake out of a box, a rubber snake, and he throws it into the crowd, and everybody breaks their necks trying to get up. Didn't they tell you not to do it anymore? Fred said, "What's up, David?"
I,
Didn't they tell you not to do that anymore?
I still do. Some like little kid, like I almost smacked him in the face with it because he was rubbernecking and he was like looking in the box. You know, like, ah!
And you threw it. Yeah, yeah. So I think I'm going to steal that move and do it at one of the big shows at the zoo. I'm going to be like, we're taking out a very dangerous snake, folks. This is one that we just tried out. So please keep quiet. As we open the box, I'm going to do the whole routine and I'm just going to, sling it. I'm just going to throw it towards the crowd. I want to see how many people fall trying to get away from it. I won't make anybody fall. I'm just kidding if you're
You got to
okay and you're watching. I was kidding. It was a joke, folks, a joke.
You got to kick the tote that it's in so it makes a loud noise and everyone shits themselves.
Bro, I just can imagine everybody looking up in slow motion as this thing's coming at him like a baseball at a baseball game. Like, I mean, wing it out there, dude, you know, or glue it to your hand and run around like it's venomous and then lay there and start convulsing.
Yeah.
And then have the other guy just drag you behind the table. We don't know what happened there, but we're going to go ahead and finish up, guys. Let's keep it positive. You know, I think that'd be a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but when I would go to like when you go to a zoo or you go to an area where there's a bunch of like shows or stuff, I want to be entertained. I don't want to be. This is a parakeet, and they come in yellow and green and blue,
Yeah.
and sometimes they fly, and sometimes they like fruity things. You know, I want the bird to fly and kill a mosquito in slow motion. You know what I mean? Like you want to be entertained, and I think all of you do too out there. We're getting a lot of alerts and stuff. I'm trying to keep up with the comments too and see what people have said because they're like, you know, you got Ricky goddamn Martin on here.
My grandpa used to take a rattlesnake and he would like get some venom to come out and he'd rub it on his hand. Like it's not gonna kill you unless you get things. Then he would like pass out, like pretend that he was fucking dying and shit.
Oh my god, that's awesome. He's had some cool stories. I bet you got some neat stuff about your grandfather. Like how long was he out there?
I know he was there for a while and then he started doing his own thing, but I wasn't alive when he worked there.
I know, right? He said I wasn't alive when he worked there. Fred Grunwald said, "Ha! I have had a whole crowd fall down with a fake snake. Still good." James Bowser, greetings to South Florida. Happy Halloween, man. Yep, that's basically my cousin. Good to see you. That's awesome. Jay, man, it's good to see you, buddy. That's cool. David Zeke said the celebrity. Yeah, Fred Grunwald is the celebrity for sure. He probably originated that throw the snake shit. Fred's awesome, bro. If you guys look up a video, there's a video of Fred posted nobody knew it was really Fred because somebody like pirated the video, but he had like I don't know what it was, Fred. You got to tell me the amount. I think you said like 100 or 200 water snakes, and they got out in your house, bro. And it looked like he was grabbing like 100, bro. He was scooping them up and throwing them in the bucket. And they were flying out, and he's like flipping all their heads back in. It was the coolest video, dude. You got to look it up. It's a really, really good video. Like it's really good, really good.
That Croc Fest. He's a funny motherfucker, though.
Fred, hell yeah, bro. Listen, by the way, Fred, Kananga's doing awesome. She's settling in real good. She was very, very late. Like, this is my pool, and you're not coming near it. But she's starting to chill a little bit, be a little more laid back. So I think things are doing real well for her. She seems to really like her big pool. So I hope that's exciting news for you. Kananga's great. For those of you who don't know, Kananga's an American crocodile. She resides with us on loan from Fred Grunwald at Sarasota Jungle Gardens. But fun fact about her is in the Audubon Society's Reptile Field Guide. I don't know how I got that all out as high as I am right now, Ricky. And I didn't fuck that up.
I didn't even hear what the fuck you
said. The Audubon Society's Reptile. Yeah, listen. So she is in the Audubon Society's Reptile Field Guide. She is the hatchling American crocodile pick in there. And what's really cool about it is when you see her, she looks just about the same, just giant. her proportion, the way her head looks, it's cool, man. It's badass. We're honored. I love looking at her all the day. Fred said she has always been a bitch. Bro, the very first time that we walked in with her, she said, "Fuck you" to the girl with her food, and she ran right through her. And then the second time, she broke the gate coming through. I was like, okay, we have a bionic crocodile here. We have to. So now she's good. Now she's good. She's not bad, man. I don't want to tell her you said that. I'm going to tell her Fred said he loves you and he hopes you're enjoying your little vacation at the zoo. I'm not going to call her a bitch, Fred. I can't. I like her. I think she's a cool croc. But anyway, she is the hatchling for those of you. If you ever have the book at your house or you look in it, when Fred told me that, I was just cool because, so my buddy and I, we were driving back and we ended up at, if you're coming down, not Alligator Alley, but I think it's Road 520, Tamiami Trail, the original 41. There's a couple places to pull off and look at wildlife. So I thought, hey, we'll stop here. We'll check out some gators. I love seeing alligators in the wild because I see them all the time, right? We always see them in captivity, Ricky. So when we're out somewhere, it's cool to see them.
Yeah, it never gets old seeing.
Never. Especially if it's an American croc. You're like, fuck, you're just frozen like this is so cool. Yeah. But I went and I go, oh, shit, look, it's a field guide. So I found the field guide, opened it up, sure as shit, there she was. And so it was just neat to know that, it may not mean a lot to a lot of people, but the fact that that Fred gave us honor to work and we get to work with her, bro. And she's like a famous little crocodile in there. And how many people look at that and don't even know? And then we get to see her it just makes my day, man. That kind of shit. I have a passion for crocs like you do for them snakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And by the way, guys, I got a really awesome retic from Ricky. And that thing is still cool as shit.
He's probably huge now, huh?
Yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, he's a male, so he's just gonna stop. He's not gonna push through.
Yeah, but he's my first retic, maybe.
Yeah, he's definitely a wiggler, dude. Like you hold him and he just never stops. He just goes and goes. I put him on TV recently. Yeah, I put him on TV. So when it releases on the show, on the Outtakes, the Animal Outtakes episode that he's in, I'll send it to you. And the albino too.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Super sweet. And everybody loves them. The kids, there's a lot of education. So it's hard for me to take an animal out and explain how valuable it is in its own area. And then you do it because you have to, but to then tell a group, oh, they're terrible here. So you have to be very careful how you finesse the story. I try not to be as brutal as some of the people I hear. They're like, oh, yeah, they're eating dogs and, domesticated birds and shit. You know what I mean?
They got to eat, though.
That's awesome. They got to eat. By the way, Ricky, you're looking a little buff, dude. What's going on?
I'm just wearing a small shirt.
No way, bro. You're looking a little buff there, dude. I was like, wow, look at this guy. Fucking. Yeah, you look like a security guard when you stand like that.
Probably just
be your ID.
Started smoking.
He's like, yeah, he's like sitting like this. I'm like, damn, he's pretty buff. Have you been skating much?
I just bought a board, but I need to start going out again. Every time I get ready to go out, I'm like, fuck, I don't feel like going all the way over there.
Bro, I got Flavio to get one, but there's a company called Lycan Longboards.
Yeah.
And he finally got the Swift that they created. So I have this belt drive one now that does 40 miles an hour, Ricky. You got to come over and ride it, dude. Bro, it is so fast, dude. So fast.
Right. I remember.
And with me.
What, you bomb hills with it, or is it electric?
No, when I was bombing up the hill that one time, that was one of my regular boards.
Oh.
And I just got another one that you can do that uphill. How's that sound?
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
Not very good at bombing hills. When I was a kid, I was trying to bomb this hill, and I was wearing Jinkos. They got caught underneath the wheel, and I got served.
He got served. Jankos, I'm surprised. Most people don't know what Jankos are. Janko jeans were really big in the 90s, especially, and the early 2000s with all the they were cool, man, with all the patches on them, and then they'd have like cartoon characters. Yeah, I like the Janko shorts myself because the shorts look like the Jankos, but they just didn't go all the way down. So your legs look like toothpicks in a paper towel roll. Remember that shit, dude? But they were good to skating because They didn't have stretch jeans and stretch shorts back then, dude. It was like solid, so they were loose and you could move in them. Really, I guess they were made for dancing though, weren't they?
I think they were made for ravers. Some shit.
But we all ended up skating in them. Huge bell bottom things. Yes, David. Yep. You're gonna have to get a pair for yourself, buddy. I'd like to see David Zeke and some Jankos tearing it up with some light sticks.
I used out of them, man. Sometimes someone at the skateboard was like, "What, you going to a fucking rave or something?"
You don't give a fuck, though, Ricky. You're a whole different entity of human. He doesn't give a fuck. He'd be out there skating in a tux. Actually, that would be pretty cool, man. You need to do that. You need to have like a tuxedo on, and you got to film yourself doing it all in slow mo.
Yeah, I have a picture somewhere of me doing kickflips. I was wearing cowboy boots.
Oh my god! See what I'm saying, dude? That's just the best. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Somewhere, I ollied into an empty pool, wearing cowboy boots. But
ollied? You ollied into it?
Into an empty pool. We were all skating, and I ollied into it wearing cowboy boots.
That is the best. Man, Ricky, I got to give it to you. You are a pretty good skater. I've watched you out there do some stuff. I'm too old now to even try to practice what he's still doing because it's a lot different when you're a kid, at least for me, because I hit the ground now and I feel like a Mack truck when I hit it. And I don't heal that fast when I hit anymore. So, I mean, it sucks.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, I'll probably, when I go to the skate park now, I probably hit the rail like 5 times and then I'm like, I'm good. I'll just watch you motherfuckers.
Yeah, exactly. But I just think because remember that day you and Justin were doing it, and Justin's like, he's like 16 foot 12, and so Ricky's ripping it up out there. He's got a good center of gravity. And I see Justin do it, and I think, God, he's going into a bowl at that size, hits the ground. It's just going to be like a tree falling, dude.
Yeah, Justin, a lot of tall. There ain't a lot of tall skaters that are good, and Justin was killing it.
I know the fucker still wears DCs.
Yeah,
he's like loyal, dude. He stays to his skate thing. Trust me, I've seen him out there. I hand him, I go, yeah, man. When he's like, let me try that board, and we do the electric boards. He just takes off, dude. Like he's rode one forever. Like he was like fucking Michael J. Fox out there in Back to the Future on the hoverboard. Like he just took off. I was like, bro, they go pretty fast. He's like, oh fuck, man, I have to get one. So you've got to come ride it.
Yeah,
bro. Remote control, man, in your hand, full speed with brakes.
Are the tires thick? Like you can hit a rock and go over?
Yep. I bought them. They got these things. They got these wheels, and they're called Cloud wheels. And we ordered them. Flavio's got some too, and his are like orange. But there's it's got like this quill in the center, so it's like this, and the wheel sits on the quill.
Yeah.
And so it's a mush a little bit like that, but it's got the hard rubber, but it gives a little. So I roll over like twigs that are
I just picture going 40 miles an hour and then you hit a fucking little pebble.
Bro, if you hit a little pebble like that, it's going to turn to dust. It's going to shoot so fast forward, you'll probably kill the person in front of you. Yeah. Those wheels are sick, dude.
Yeah, I don't know how those dudes in San Francisco bomb the steep-ass hills and not fucking die.
I have no idea, man. I've seen them do that. Did you ever get your phone fixed? No, I never even, I'm sorry about that, Joseph. I should have called you already. You just don't know how my life has been lately. But no excuses. No excuses. I've seen guys going down to 70 miles an hour on those longboards that are created to work like a snowboard. And dude, I don't know about that. I'm sorry, dude. I mean, and I don't know about that. Would you do that, dude? I wouldn't do it.
Are you talking about the dudes that wear the fucking helmet, the leather suit and lay
I've seen those. No. There's this guy on YouTube, and he has dreadlocks, and he looks like he's wearing Jankos, and he's bombing that hill, dude. The shit he's doing with no gear, I don't know, man.
Yeah, fuck that. Probably.
You've seen him, right? Have you seen that video?
I think I know what you're talking about. He's going down a mountainside.
In Colorado, bro. He's he's up in the switchbacks or something, and he's got a ski coat on and long dreads.
Yeah, and he's passing cars.
Yes, on a fucking board. He's crazy. And then you see him he makes those curves, and then they're following him, and then you see over the side, he's done, dude. It's like a 300-foot drop. What the hell's worth? It's not worth to me. That's not worth it.
Yeah. If I'm passing cars, I'm going way too fucking fast.
Dude. Yeah. Well, he has to because he's going to just go right through them as fast as he was going.
Yeah.
Y'all look that up, man. It's on YouTube. It says it's like guy with dread bombs mountain.
Yeah.
If you type that, excuse me, if you type that, it'll take you to it.
Yeah.
I haven't talked about much of anything. You know, Ricky, I don't want to keep you. I do like having you on here, but I know you probably want to go eat some candy and lay around, so I understand.
Yeah.
I do too. Yeah. Well, I'll let you get out of here, man, and I'll probably cut it up. I wanted to thank you for coming on. I'm just going to end the show. We're already at 45 minutes, so there's no sense in pushing it. We had fun. Say that again.
Thanks for having me. It was cool. I have my phone up against this cage. Look at this dickhead.
Man, oh, is he still mad?
Yeah.
Oh man, look at him. Yeah. So let us.
I put a mail with her a couple of days ago, and she fucking tried to eat the mail.
Seriously?
Yeah, he was halfway down her throat, and I poked her, so she regurgitated him, and he's still alive somehow.
Oh my god, dude!
Look,
tried to swallow him.
Yeah, she pretty much swallowed this dude. He's like recovering now, but he's like getting better.
Yeah, he looks like he don't trust you. Don't put me in there again, man. I can't.
Ignore the shed, but I've been trying not to fuck with him since he.
No, but look at him. He looks good, but he actually was. And that's a monocle.
That's a snouted cobra.
Okay, because I can't see. I'm looking at a little bitty screen here. I'm trying to see. I thought so. That's a snouted cobra, but he seemed pretty like he wanted to retract. He didn't seem really aggressive.
Yeah, he's usually pretty chill. That female is really nasty, and I watched them for like a good hour, and they didn't go near each other. I went in the house. I went to use the bathroom, and I came back, and she was swallowing him. I had to
Oh my god!
So she would regurgitate him, and he was completely limp when I pulled him out, and I thought I was like, oh, he's done for, but now he kind of made a full recovery.
Yeah, he looks good. Did you read the comment on the screen?
Nah.
Yeah, Joseph wrote it too. He said that's the second time in 2 years I've seen him use a hook. That's funny, man. Because he's right, dude. That's funny, dude. Because everybody, that's just funny, man. That was funny. That's why I said you've been kissing cobras.
Like, what the hell is that thing in your hand?
Yeah, what is that? That's a stick. That was perfect. This is the second time in 2 years I've seen him use a hook. That's fucking awesome. That's awesome. Well, on that note, I guess I'll go ahead and end the show, guys. Just hang on a second, Ricky. We'll go ahead and post it up. I'll post it up. It'll be on YouTube and Facebook tomorrow, so it's going to just post up for those who didn't catch it or want to go back and watch Ricky's stuff, look at his snakes, or listen to our ridiculous antics. Thanks for coming out on Halloween night and hanging out with us. I appreciate it, Ricky. I appreciate everybody coming to see me and Ricky. And everybody have a great night. And I hope y'all stay safe and have some candy and enjoy the rest of your evening. David, you have a good week too. Fred, Joseph, Katie, everybody on here, Wendy, everybody have a great night. Thanks again for watching, and we appreciate you. Rock out with your croc out, and have a great